Okay, so it is officially Pokemon Day, and as you guys know, Pokemon Leaf and Fire have actually released for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I know what you're thinking, Corey. Why are you streaming this? No one's going to sit and watch this game. And honestly, I'm doing it for me, just to kind of hang out with you guys, to be able to spend some time with you. It's been a very long time since I've actually done any kind of streaming. The other thing is that I want to say that I did actually do something pretty interesting. I did load up Pokemon Fire Red on this Switch 2 console already. And not sure if you guys know this, but I do have all the original hardware. Now, I did want to do a bit of a test here. As you guys know, with the original hardware and the original games, it originally used the Game Boy Advance with the wireless adapter. I did want to check to see if the actual if the actual trade system would work with the Game Boy Advanced. I just want to give you guys a heads up that it does not. So any kind of trades that you do are all going to be from within the Leaf Green and Fire Red on the Switch or the Switch 2. Anything that you do will not work outside of that with any other game console or system. The other thing is that I did also do a little bit of a test with some custom firmware. And on one of the actual Switches that I had, you can export the game save, you can modify the game save, you can inject whatever you want, and also inject different game saves. That's really kind of cool. But for the purpose of this, we're going to be doing this 100% legit. We're going to be playing Pokemon Leaf Green, and we're going to go through the story mode 100%. So let's go ahead here and load up. Now, I haven't actually played Pokemon Leaf Green since probably 2005, 2006. I actually would have stopped that and switched over to Pokemon Diamond and Pearl in 2007. So I think the last time I played this, I was just out of high school. Okay, let's jump in here. I know I kind of skipped the intro, and I do apologize for that. I also know that there's black bars. Ugh. Seriously? Black bars. Oh, I should have checked that first, I guess. You know what? That's okay. It's really just a chill stream anyways. It's not like we're actually going to cut this up and use it as an LP. Okay, here we go. Now, I do have the chat open there, guys. If anybody wishes to communicate or talk Pokemon-related stuff, I am here to talk about all things in regards to the Pokemon Direct. And I'll be honest with you, it was a pretty interesting day overall. Took it live at I think it was I don't know, 10 o'clock-ish, I think, my time. So, a lot of the starter Pokemon were pretty cool in this new Wind and Waves. But that's neither here or there. Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People affectionately refer to me as the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited far and wide by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets and others use them for battling. As for myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. But first, tell me a little about yourself. Well, we are going to put my name into the game here. Now, we are playing this on a Switch 2. Doesn't really matter for performance-wise, but I'll be honest with you, I've seen it on the Switch 2 screen, and I will never probably revert back to the Game Boy Advanced. It was so good-looking, and the colors were sharp. Everything looks so good. He's been your rival since you both were babies. What is his name now? We are going to change his name to Gary, because that's how I always grew up playing this game. Oop. We'll put Gary as his name. Okay. Was it Gary? That's right, I remember now. His name is Gary. Now, when I actually do go through and play this game, I do like to catch all the Pokemon on the routes. So I know that there are some differences in this versus like Pokemon Red, Blue, Green. I think there's some similarities to Yellow in some instances, but it has been so long that I can't really remember all the Pokemon that are on all the routes. I think it's very similar though. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. I should probably change the text to fast. And if I'm not mistaken, I also believe that we don't get the running shoes right away. So this could be a little slower than what we're all probably used to. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Gary, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Corey. There are 3 Pokemon here. Ha! The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. But now, I'm in my old age. I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Go on, choose. Hey, Gramps. No fair. What about me? Be patient, Gary. You can have one too. Now, I know you guys are probably aware that I always end up choosing the fire Pokemon Charmander. Now, one thing that you got to remember is in this generation, a lot of the fire moves, if I'm not mistaken, are all special attacking. So we kind of have to figure out what we're going to do here. Are we going to do a bunch of soft resets to get the correct nature, either timid or modest? Are we going to go with a neutral nature? Are we going to go with a physical attacker? Are we going to go with a mix? Now, if we want physical attacker, we are obviously going to have like a fire-based move onto it. So that special move is going to be seriously depreciated in value. So let's take a look here. That's Bulbasaur. You don't want Bulbasaur. Here we are with Squirtle. And Charmander. Let's go out here and choose our good old buddy. Now, I'm hoping that we get a decent nature. I would prefer to have modest or timid, but anything that would be beneficial to special attack would be pretty cool. Let's take a look here. Docile. Now, what is docile? I think docile is... I think docile is a neutral nature, is it? Let's just double check here. Let's see. Docile. Yep, that is a neutral nature. That's not really what I would prefer to have. I think I want to try to go for modest. But then again, if I stay with docile, I can kind of have a mixed Pokemon. Basically, I can have special attack as well as physical. Might be well balanced that way. Docile's not bad. Okay, let's soft reset. So to soft reset, you got to do A, B, Y, and X. So let's go back in here, see if we can get the proper nature. I think I'm going to go for modest, I think. Because I can go with, like, Dragon Pulse. I can go with Flamethrower and Hyper Beam. I do like putting Hyper Beam on my Charizards in these generations. Let's keep trying. We're going to see if we can actually get the proper nature here. No nicknames of any kind. Okay, let's take a look. Quiet. Not really what I'm looking for. I wonder how long it'll take me to get modest. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are trying to do some shiny hunts. And that's okay. Most people are going to spend the time trying to do it. It's 1 in 8,192 odds in order to find a shiny Pokemon in this generation. We actually just got Modest, so that is actually beautiful. Now, the downside with this is that my scratch attack is not going to be as strong as it would normally be. But that's perfectly fine. We're going to stick with the Modest, I think. Wait, Corey, let's check out your Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Now, this is very much similar to Red and Blue and Green, and of course. So there's not a whole lot of differences in this game compared to the others. However, there is the Dark and Steel type in here. And if you guys are not used to Generation 3, there is no Fairy types in this either. So any Fairy type Pokemon are most likely going to be just normal. That did an okay amount. Not really a whole lot of damage. But we're going to go for the Growl here. We're going to lower the attack stat of the Squirtle. That's perfectly fine. Now, I'm really excited for the fact that this generation is going to be able to connect up with Pokemon Home through the Nintendo Switch. It's actually pretty exciting considering the fact that for the last little while, I have been working with Dr. Dubs and his research into his Trade Buddy device. If you guys don't know what the Trade Buddy is, it's actually a device that allows you to connect Generations 1 and 2 to Generations 3 and trade Pokemon over a link cable. If you guys have not seen this, this is a beta device that I have acquired that allows you to transfer the Pokemon over. It allows you to basically send the Pokemon from Gen 1 and 2 into this device, and then it connects up to Gen 3 and trades over from that way. I've been doing so many trades with the Trade Buddy that we've been testing legality and everything, and it takes an incredibly long time to transfer from Gen 1 and 2 to Generation 3 over to Gen 4 and 5, and then up through Gen 6 or 7 through Bank, through Home, and the Transporter. And I'll tell you, I'm glad to be able to see Pokemon Home come to these generations because it's going to be so easy to transfer Pokemon over now, especially with the fact that I can actually inject the game save directly into the Pokemon Leaf Green cartridge in the Switch 2. Now, I have devices that lets me export my game saves from the physical cartridges, so that's actually going to help me out quite a bit in a lot of my research in helping with Dr. Dubs. Okay, so we've got ourselves a Charmander. Now, it's level 5. It's Modest. As you can see, our special attack is higher. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to save the game. I'm pretty excited to have Modest. I don't think I've ever really truly had a Modest Charmander in this game before, so that's going to be kind of interesting. I'm also really happy to be using the Switch 2 Pro controller because I can actually use the D-pad on the controller. Earlier today, I tried to use the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2, and it just didn't feel right. It has to have that D-pad. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify my Joy-Cons and swap out the game shells at some point. Or not the game shells, but the controller shells. That way I can actually put in a D-pad into that system. Okay, Charmander, we're going to go for the scratch. Now, now that I think about it, I should probably not battle Rattata, because I think that gives us an attack effort value. I wonder what gives us special attack in this game. Okay, Pidgey. I think that gives us a speed stat, if I'm not mistaken. I think that gives us +1. Now, very early on, if we go to Route 22, there's going to be Sparrow, Mankey, and Rattata. I don't think there is anything there that gives us any kind of special attack effort values. But I think if we hit Viridian Forest, I think there's Caterpie. Now, I think Caterpie might actually give us 1 special attack value, but I have to double check that. Now, I'm using, like I said, at the very beginning of the stream, I was actually using a different OBS plugin. I'm using the Atium stream plugin, and allows me to record like vertical and allows me to do multi-track videos and stuff, which is pretty sweet. So I should be able to like clip some things a lot easier now because I'll have everything on different tracks. Okay, let's go back to see Professor Oak. Now, Squirtle, I think, gave us a defensive value point. I think that gave us 1 point in defense, if I'm not mistaken. Now, my plan in this LP is not obviously to sit and EV-train our Pokemon. However, it is something that I asked myself in the SPT chat there the other day. I was like, guys, should I actually do my effort valuing as I do my LP or my personal playthrough? And they're like, yeah, man, you should probably do that. And I'm like, it's like 252 Pokemon that we're going to be battling, so it's going to be interesting. I almost forgot. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request for you two. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Corey and Gary, take these with you. Okay, we got the Dex from Oak. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon by just seeing them. You must catch them to obtain complete data. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. Okay, we got 5 Pokeballs. Now, I think it'll be pretty cool because we'll be able to catch a few Pokemon right off the bat. In this generation, we don't actually gain any kind of experience points by catching Pokemon. And we don't get any experience points on any of our other Pokemon that weren't out in battle. So you'll have to have the EXP share attached to a Pokemon in order to do that. So I think what we'll do is we'll try to I want to go get the town map just in case. And the reason being is that in this generation, or in this game particularly, there's the Sevi Islands, which is a newer addition to this game. So I don't really remember that area of this game very well. I know a lot of the Kanto areas, but once you hit Sevi Islands, it's kind of like, I don't really remember this. I did try to look up a few things as I was going to test some things there today, and I wasn't sure quite exactly where everything was going to be on the Sevi Islands. I even had to look up if there was like egg hatching and breeding in this game. So it was kind of funny. I actually forgot a lot of what was in these generational games. Now, am I going to sit here and do an entire LP of Pokemon Leaf Green? Probably not. This is kind of maybe a one-of kind of situation here. But I'd like to see how well this actually does first. See if you guys are actually into it or not. Because if you are, maybe I'll continue it on and try to record a little bit more for you. But as it is right now, it's just kind of a test stream record situation, and then it's also, kind of sitting here having some fun. A common sight in forests and woods, it flaps its wings at ground level to kick up blinding sand. Give a nickname to the captured Pidgey. Nope. No, thank you. Actually, the joystick on the Switch 2 Pro controller actually feels pretty good for this. There's some pretty good movement here. It actually kind of feels good. But the D-pad's definitely the classic. Pidgey level 3. We're going to actually bypass that. I don't think we got any experience points for catching. Let me just double check that. I don't think we did. I'm going to try to get a Rattata here if I can. Oh, female as well. Interesting. Usually I try to capture all of the female Pokemon. Usually try to capture a lot of those. Now, I do have, like I said, I was doing the trade buddy there with Dr. Dubs, and he has version 3 ready for me to test, which is actually pretty cool. As you guys can see here, this is, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is actually version 2. My camera might be reversed there, but version 1 was very different. Version 1, I'll show you actually how it worked. It's actually a very different looking device, as you guys can see. So like, you can see the renditions have come quite a long way. This specific one here is version 1 of the Pro. And this one here is version 2 of the Pro. Now, the cool thing is I have serial number 1 here and serial number 2 here. And I've been doing so much trading and stuff like that that it's been quite beneficial to them, which is quite awesome. I've been doing a lot of, like I said, legality checks. So that way when the Pokemon go up through the generations, the Trade Buddy actually goes through and removes attacks that aren't there or boosts them up to levels that they're capable of being caught in. And it's really, really quite neat. I've got a whole entire video series dedicated just to the Trade Buddy and one particular team that I used online in a competitive match. So I'd highly recommend to check that out. Check out his YouTube channel. If Dubs, you post a comment down here, or I'll link it in the chat. I don't know. So yeah, I don't see any experience on the capture, which is good. So that means that I can actually go through an EV-train Charmander if I wanted. Mind you, I would have to defeat a lot of Pidgey in order to do that. Now, I think Pidgey gives 1 special attack value. So I'm going to double check that here while we're at it. I'm going to load up the Cerebi website here. Now, if you guys need any information, I highly recommend to go to the Cerebi site, because they're the ones that are going to tell you exactly the information about this generation. What does it give for effort value points? Is this even a thing in this generation? I feel like it is. Do I need to click a different thing? Speed. Oh. So Charmander. How does that work? Oh, interesting. What does special attack? Who does special attack? Ooh, we are not going to get any special attack effort values for a very long time. What in the actual? I can get speed. Wait a minute. Let's hit special attack here again. Yeah, so special attack, if I actually look here, it's Bulbasaur to Charizard, but then it's Butterfree. And Butterfree, you're not going to see in the wild. There are not a lot of special attack. There's speed. The attack Pokemon too. Like, even if I did attack, it would take a while to find those. Okay, so definitely effort valuing are not going to be a thing in this until later on in the game. So I'll probably end up waiting for them to be able to breed Pokemon before I try to do any kind of effort valuing. Interesting. There's a lot of differences here compared to the main series games. Generation 4 really changed a lot with these games. Okay, let's go in and get some Pokeballs. Did I not actually hit go live? Am I not live here? Interesting. Oh, I feel so dumb. I don't know how far into this I am. Really? Well, that's unfortunate. I had been playing for about 26 minutes, and I'll tell you how out of it I am with streaming and recording. I've been recording now for about half an hour, but I forgot to hit go live on my stream. So to catch you guys up, those of you that are here and are just tuning in for the first time, in this particular stream, I goofed up with my recording, so that's cool. But we ended up entering into the game. We're playing on the Nintendo Switch 2, as it is the Pokemon Day. We ended up getting Charmander. We did some soft resets in order to get the Modest Nature. And of course, we also caught ourselves Pidgey and Rattata. Now, for the last little bit, I've actually been talking about the Trade Buddy with Dr. Dubs, and I'm really excited that this stuff is on the Switch 2 now, because I was using physical hardware in order to transfer Pokemon over from Gen 1 and 2 to Generation 3 and send up through Pokemon Bank, through Transporter, through Home, and then over to the newer generations. So I'm really excited to see that this generation is now on the Nintendo Switch, because now I can actually inject my game save and everything's good. So when I'm going through this process of trying out this game, I have not played this game in like 20 years. This game came out in 2004. I would have been in grade 11. And then, of course, I would have stopped playing around Pokemon Diamond and Pearl in 2007. So we actually are back to playing this game, and I haven't played it in a very long time. Now, we did pick up the town map so that we could actually find out exactly where we are for when we come up to the Sevi Islands. So that'll be a thing. So yeah, guys, I'm going to apologize. This is just kind of a super chill like playthrough. I'm just sitting down, just kind of hanging out with you guys, seeing what you guys think about Pokemon Day, and to play a little bit of the leaf green stuff here. Now, I'll be ended up playing more of this game personally. I don't think I'm going to be doing a full LP, but I'm also testing out my recording software too. So if the stream doesn't sound good, doesn't look good, let me know, because I am trying to record at the same time, and I'm just trying to make sure that my computer is going to work exactly the same here as well. But yeah, I can't believe I didn't hit go live. I completely forgot that I had to click go live on YouTube and OBS. Like that's how long it's been since I've done some streaming. Big shout out to Westside Mike for helping me out getting that capture card over a year ago. Dude, you rock. Again, thank you very much for that. You're helping me at least be able to record, which is awesome. I'm not sure if I'm going to get back into streaming per se, just because my schedule and stuff like that and life just kind of happen. As you guys know, gosh, I've been back home here now for a while, and I've been spending my time with Marielle, which is nice. So my time is usually spent between her place and mine. We kind of go back and forth, and of course, you know, the time that I usually get to myself is usually days that she's working. So I usually end up sleeping a lot of the time. I'm usually pretty zonked after work, so I've been fighting to actually get down here to sit in front of the computer. So if you guys are wondering where all the streams are at, that's usually why. I'm usually pretty zonked after work. But we've got a lot more Pokemon Let's Play content for Legend ZA coming. I've actually edited probably a good, let's see here. I think it was close to like 10 episodes in the last little bit. I do have to go get the Blazikenite. I did not record though for Swamperdite or Sceptilite, so there won't be any footage for that. But there will be footage for the Garchompite Z, if I can get the opportunity to sit down and record for that. But I really wanted to play the Leaf Green here first. Now, the other thing, too, is I've also been using a lot of vidIQ's app lately to make some thumbnails. So please let me know what you guys think about the thumbnails that are coming up onto my videos lately, if they're looking kind of like hand-drawn or whatever. I want to know what you guys think about that as well. Okay, we've got ourselves Ember here. Now, the only downside is this is a modest Charmander. So any kind of knockouts we get with Mankey are going to, like, just goof up the actual effort values here. I can fix those later on if I need to, but I think I'm just going to do the up training when I can actually, like, breed the eggs. So I'm not really too sure I'm going to really need to worry about effort values here for the first little bit. But considering Charmander's fire moves are all going to be special, I think I need to focus on the special side of things more so than the physical. Like I said earlier, but you guys probably didn't see it. I am going to try to do like Dragon Pulse Flamethrower onto this Charmander. I don't remember what it gets for like flying based moves. I can't remember. I know it gets wing attack, but I don't remember if it gets air slash in this generation or in a different one. I can't remember what gen that's from. It's been so long since I played this particular version of Kanto. But yeah, so I was pretty excited about Pokemon Day. I know I talked about it earlier, but this stream I forgot to hit live, so that's kind of my bad. So I'm just going to say it. The new water starter for Winds and Waves looks far better than the fire and the grass. You guys can fight me on that. And it's really not hard for me to talk about it right now because I find a lot of the water starters over the years, I haven't really been too big of a fan of. However, I was a huge fan of like Totodile, and Squirtle was kind of like my go-to after Charmander. But this new water one looks really cool. The fire one kind of reminds me of like a very early version of Zamazenta, which is kind of interesting. Maybe it's like a pre-Evo or something, I don't know. But it kind of reminds me of Litten. The fact that there's like a cat and now there's like a dog, it's like, where are my lizard Pokemon? I seem to like the lizard Pokemon for whatever reason. Except I did like Grookey. Grookey was pretty cool. So I think when Winds and Waves comes out, I'll probably end up playing like, I don't know, probably the water starter. But let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you guys see this video. Now, how long am I going to be playing Pokemon Leaf Green for? Pretty much until I can't sit here anymore. I'm just going to kind of play for a while, see how that goes. I'll probably end up playing till like, I don't know, probably a couple of hours, see how far I can get. But like I said, it probably won't be a full like playthrough on stream or anything like that. It's just kind of me sitting here chilling. If I'm going to sit and record it, I might do one later on. But for right now, this is really just kind of for me. The fact that I'm sitting here in front of my computer is big enough for me already. Let's be honest. But I definitely would like to hear what you guys think about Leaf Green and Fire Red. What are your fondest memories of Leaf Green and Fire Red? I can remember back in the day, like in Generation 2, I had a real hard time finding like Raikou. And then when it came time to playing it over here on the Game Boy Advanced, I found out you can get Raikou. And I was like, dude, I need to get myself a Raikou. And then I remember when I finally got Raikou. I remember when I finally captured it. I was like, this is like amazing. It was incredible. I can remember going through like, I think it was Mount Pyre in Coliseum with it. Just going through it, right? Going through the matches. It was so much fun. But yeah, pretty much the only method that I had to be able to play this game was either in the handheld. I don't know if I can show you this or not. In the actual Game Boy Advanced, or on the Game Boy Advance Consoleizer, where you can actually put the cartridge in, or like the Analog Pocket kind of deal, or the DS or whatever. I could have probably recorded this game a long while ago, probably playing a lot of it a while ago. But I mean, there were so many other games that came out after it that were so good. And I mean, I've always gone back to Kanto in so many ways, but I just never went back to Fire Red Leaf Green. And I can remember years ago when I was in high school, before that game even came out, I remember playing it in Japanese on the computer with like a really weird rough translation. And I can remember getting to the Sevi Islands. And I can't remember after that. I remember Moltres. but I don't remember much of my original playthrough of that. Right now I'm just trying to find Spearow. I know there's a Sparrow here somewheres. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure Sparrow is here. I think it's just Mankey, Rattata, and Spearow. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Now, I seen earlier today, someone was actually very fortunate enough to find... Ooh, very close. Someone was very fortunate enough to find a shiny Spearow in their first encounter, and I was like, dude, what RNG luck do you have here? Like, how did you find that? You know what I mean? Like, how did you get that? Anywho. Yeah, if I do any kind of LPs, like a full LP of this, I'll probably, like, do it on a different Switch or something. But, this, excuse me, this plays buttery smooth, which is nice. The only downside I'm going to say is that first thing this morning, as soon as this game went live, I ended up getting my Game Boy Advance and my physical cartridge out, and I got my wireless adapter. Now, I don't know if anybody follows me on like Twitter or X, as you call it now, or any other social media, but this was my biggest question. Could I get Fire Red to communicate with Leaf Green from the Game Boy Advanced? And I'll be honest with you, it was something that was eating at me. I was like, Nintendo, come on, like, you got to do this for us. But they ended up opting out of allowing original communication. And I was so disappointed because I've got all of my original game saves on these old consoles. And I really wanted to be able to bring some Pokemon over once I got the game completed. And it just wasn't going to happen. I guess it just wasn't in the cards. There is a method that I can use to do it, but it involves like custom firmware, but I probably won't do that for a while. What Pokemon do we have here? We've got Spearow, Mankey, Rattata, Pidgey. I seem to have a lot of female Pokemon, which is kind of odd. We're going to try to train up some of these before we move on, of course. Now, I could actually move forward through, like, Viridian Forest and whatnot and try to, like, capture some more Pokemon, like some bugs or Pikachu or whatever, but I really want to have some of these Pokemon leveled up just in case I fail against Brock. Now, the reason why I wanted Charmander, like I said, it was my original starter back in Red and Blue and whatnot, but I've been able to get Charmander to evolve into Charmeleon before Brock, and I've been able to beat him with Charmeleon. I've also beaten him with like a level 14 Charmander previously as well. But it kind of, I guess it kind of depends on the stats of the Charmander, you know what I mean? But I went with Modest this round. I did some soft resets in order to get it. Oh, I should have probably actually swapped out here. But pretty much I take him out with Embers, and that seems to be acceptable. At some point I do plan to get like water and grass over here, but I didn't want to do it right away because that's kind of cheating for me. I didn't want to get Squirtle and Bulbasaur over here because that kind of goes easy mode at that point. I'm really into the fact that you can get Magmar in Leaf Green. Also, same thing with like Slowbro. I really like Slowbro in this game. The only reason I would go with like Fire Red is because of like, I don't know, Scyther. I played a lot of Red back in the day, so like, to me, it just doesn't seem interesting because a lot of the Pokemon that are in Red and Fire Red are the same. The only thing from Red, like I said, would be Scyther. And I mean, I can trade that over from another copy. But Vulpix is a Pokemon that I really like from Kanto. I really like Ninetales. I really like the fire Pokemon, to be honest with you. And there just seems to be more of that here in Leaf Green, which is kind of ironic, considering it's like, you know, green version. Okay, we're going to get this Mankey taken out here. we're going to try to get some of these Pokemon to level 10. Because, like I said, I want to try to progress with the Dex completion. Now, another cool thing that I spotted on Twitter, or X as you guys call it now, is apparently you can get the not the Eon ticket, the Mystic ticket, and the Mystic ticket, and what was the other one called now? This is really testing my brain here now, honestly. Let's see, what were the items called again? Aura ticket and Mystic ticket. And those were actually event items back in the day, like mystery gift kind of stuff. So I'm really excited for that. Some speedrunners actually went through and finished the game in like 2.5 hours. And upon the Hall of Fame completion, they actually ended up having the items pop up in their key item slot, which was kind of neat. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. But honestly, this looks really good. It really does look good. Now, on my stream, it might be a little bit washed out in color. I think it's just the resolution that I have the stream set up, to be quite honest with you. But on the Switch 2, when you put it up full screen, it takes up majority of the screen. Like, it's actually quite impressive. I think it's also pretty impressive that I'm recording and streaming at the same time. It's kind of wild. But next time I stream, I'll remember to hit that live button. Completely forgot. Oh well. I'll have the recording. I'll have the video recording here. Maybe I'll re-upload it with the thumbnail. You guys can see the whole thing. What level was that Pokemon? I don't think we hit level 7 yet. I think we're still level 6. Yeah. Now, yeah, this is a very... the older games are very grindy. I can remember back in the day as a kid just playing through Red and just leveling all of my Pokemon up to level 100. Because I think somehow I ended up missing out on rare candy or something like that. Or like the glitch back in the first playthrough. Like, it wasn't very well known back in the day. So I grinded these Pokemon to level 100. I'm hoping I won't have to do it in this one. I know there's a way to glitch items. I know of the Nugget Bridge one to get money as well. But I looked at like the clone Pokemon option, and I think that's only an Emerald. I think Emerald is the only one that has that. Now I know I can get more experience points from like battling trainers and whatnot, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm just gonna grind here for a little bit. It's not really gonna take us very long. I could probably battle our rival up there. I think we're level 10, and even with the level 7, I think we should be able to clear his Pidgey. Hey, Corey, you're off to the Pokemon League? Forget about it. You probably don't have any badges, do you? The guard won't let you through without them. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Okay, Pidgey. Level 9 Pidgey. Okay. Nice, he totally missed. I dig it. Oh! That's okay. That's okay. I guess I'll go to my level 10 Charmander now. Ember. Nice, we got the burn. I might have a little problem with Bubble. We'll find out here in a minute. Nice, level 11. Squirtle. I think I'll stay in. Level 9. Okay, let's go for the scratch. It's probably got a little bit more defensive values here. Yeah, critical hit. Let's go for the Ember. Let's just see how much it does. Not very much, but I'm hoping for a burn. We got the burn. Okay. Let's go for the growl. Oh, we missed. I do have to remember that I have a potion, too. Let's go for the growl. And I miss again. Those good old sand attacks, eh? I think we're going to end up taking him out from the burn, to be honest. Now, if you guys are just tuning in, I did confirm that CFW, or Atmosphere, can put the game save onto your SD card, and you can inject it with Hex, or you can inject your game save in to this specific copy. It's just a .sav file with a unique name. So if anybody out there is like me that likes to carry over their history of their games, and you have your game saves, it's definitely possible to carry those over. However, like I said, it's probably not 100% legal to have certain Pokemon in your game save yet, so just keep that in mind. If I'm not mistaken, I think there was also a data mine of this particular game. And I think it also revealed that Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald will be released at some point as well, because it does reference those particular games on the Switch. So that'll be interesting to see. I hope those games do come, because, like, I mean, most people out there can't afford to pay like $200 or $300 for like a used copy of these games. They're not as easily accessible as they were when I was growing up. So it's really cool that they're only like 20 bucks. At first it was kind of like, 20 bucks, why is it not a part of the online services? But when you really think about it, the online service for Game Boy Advance would allow you to like create save states and a whole bunch of things. It's total manipulation for Pokemon at that point. So I kind of get why they're their own port. So it's pretty unique for sure. We're going to get this item here. Nice old potion. I think what we'll do is we'll go into the Viridian Forest. We can't really get any other Pokemon there at this point on Route 22. So we're going to just push forward. Well, now I've had my coffee, and that's what I need to get going. Well, I've been up since 4 a.m. I don't think I'll be having any other coffee at this point. Bro, I've been playing Pokemon for like 30 years. You don't have to show me how to capture a Pokemon. It's a Weedle. Oh my god, it's a Weedle. Let's see if we can get to Brock anyway. Ooh, a Teachy TV. Totally not needed, but thank you. Now, I know a lot of people are going to have a problem when they get like Abra and Kadabra and stuff like that, because a lot of people won't have people to trade with. So if you guys see me out and about and you know who I am, you know where I am, and you come across me, you need someone to trade, I always have my Switch with me. So we can totally trade anytime you need. No issues there for sure. Now, I don't think it'll take very long for me to complete this game, but my nephew's got their 5th birthday tomorrow. So I won't be staying up all night to play this game. Okay, I really want to find Pikachu now, because I think Raichu would be a great Pokemon to have. Because when it comes down to Eevee and its evolutions, I do choose Vaporeon quite a lot. Funny story, actually, in my original Pokemon Red game, I actually had Flareon as my original. And I can remember there was a girl on my school bus. I think her name was Sarah. I think it was Sarah. And she had... what was it? Vaporeon, I think it was. Might have been Vaporeon. Might have been Jolteon. Anyways, long story short, we ended up trading. And that's how I lost my Flareon. I think she took it and ran with it. We were just trying to do like a touch trade. Yeah. You gotta be careful with these trades. People like to run off with their Pokemon. And I can remember also in Generation 1, my cousin Brad, rather, he had a Venusaur, and he wanted Vaporeon from me. And he learned of the way to clone Pokemon through the link cable. At a certain point of saving or trading or whatever, you pull out the link cable, and you clone Pokemon. Well, he had never done it before. I didn't ever hear about it. And long story short, I got the Venusaur. However, the Vaporeon got lost. And that Pokemon got lost in time, which was unfortunate, because Vaporeon was one of my favorite Pokemon. I think it was a Blockbuster video rental that I had to get in order to get another Eevee at that time. I can remember renting Pokemon from Blockbuster quite a lot of times just to be able to get different Pokemon. Now, one thing you got to remember too, back in the day, I probably would have been, I don't know, 10 or 11 when this game, like when Pokemon Red came out. And my sister and I used to fight like cats and dogs, honestly. We fought so much over trading Pokemon and battling Pokemon that I can remember my folks actually taking the link cable and cutting it with a pair of scissors in front of us. Like, I can remember that. So trading was not 100% there. I think I had to like rent the link cable too for a while until I got like a, I don't know, there was like a third party. I can't even remember what brand it was. Mad Cats, maybe. I think it was a Mad Cats link cable. But the transfer packs for Stadium came out. That helped out quite a lot because we were able to battle again in Pokemon Yellow. And actually, it's really kind of interesting because when I go back and I look at the history of all the game saves that I have, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I actually recovered my original Pokemon Red game save and my Pokemon Yellow game save by using the original Game Boy Color Game Shark, which back in the day worked on Windows 98 Second Edition and allowed you to export your game saves to like the PC. It was like the cool device that was like not the mega memory card. Like you could hook it up with like a parallel port to like your link cable port, and you had to back up game saves. And I did this years ago. I think there's actually a post on GBA Temp about it, but I actually discussed it. I shared like how I did it, where I got the software, that kind of idea. And I think I uploaded it there too, so people could have it. But I've traded that Charmander, or that Charizard rather, through so many different generations now that I should actually put it into this one. If I use Dr. Dub's Trade Buddy version 2 to trade from Gen 1 to Gen 3, I can just inject Gen 3's game save into this copy on Switch, and then I can actually just trade the Pokemon over. I should actually carry it over to Gen 3 and see how it works, but I think Fissure gets removed, if I'm not mistaken. I really want this Weedle, but I'm pretty sure Sparrow is going to just knock it out. Yeah, I'll have to upload this after the fact here at some point. Because you guys missed like at least half an hour of me being live, I think. Or me actually sitting here. I've been actually playing this for about 58 minutes. Stream says 30, but it's been about 58 for me. I'm just gonna throw a Pokeball, see if we can get it. Because Sparrow is just gonna like start ripping through Pokemon here. If anybody out there is watching, just let me know what you guys think about the stream quality. Is it glitching? Is the audio too loud? Is my mic too loud? I'm just kind of curious to see how it is. Pokemon is down. Let's go to Rattata. Ooh. As long as I can get some damage to Weedle, maybe I can catch it. I don't know. Let's just try ball. There we go. Okay, we got you, Weedle. Now, I probably do not have antidote. Oh. Wrong button. No, I only got potion. That was actually probably wasted. Yep. Oh, good old poison. Ooh, that did not do very well. Wonder what nature this Rattata is. Timid. That would explain it. Timid, modest, jolly for our Pharaoh. So obviously we're going to keep Sparrow for Pharaoh. Bold. Hasty. Calm. Yikes. Natures are not looking that good. This Rattata is definitely going to be boxed at some point. That's for sure. Usually, like, I'll catch a Pokemon, evolve it, and then throw it in the PC, grab another Pokemon. So I can't see it sticking around very long. Just got to level it up. That's the problem. Oh, yay, 15 experience. Maybe I can find an antidote. It'd be great to find Pikachu right now. Ooh, Rattata fainted. We knew that was going to happen, though. I bet that's an antidote or a Pokeball. Potion. Okay. I'll be glad to get the running shoes here soon. I think you got to beat Brock before you can get the running shoes. And again, guys, this isn't like a full playthrough or anything. This is just a video. This is just us chilling. We're just supposed to be hanging out, chatting it up. So if you guys actually do want to let's play this, like, let me know, because I will go through it right straight through it, guys. I will. I'll go through it right from start to finish. Actually, I should probably do that. But everybody's been doing Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. Everybody does it. So... I'm sure you guys know how to play this game. I'm sure a lot of people do. I can't imagine no one has played this game. Though, you know, it'd be really cool if they still allowed the communication to Pokemon XD and Coliseum. That would have been amazing if they did that. I guess I kind of want to keep Sparrow in there. I want to get it to about level 10, and then we'll work on another Pokemon. We do have to work on Charmander here again still, but... Kakuna. I am excited to see how the Atium application works with OBS. I haven't actually been able to do any recordings in it since I actually got it. But right now, I'm streaming, I'm recording, and I'm also recording a video that has all of my video tracks in one video. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. Because before I was having so many issues with trying to record and stream at the same time that it wasn't possible for me. And I think I also figured out as well a lot of my Switch 2 issues with my other captured cards. I think I've almost figured those out. They've got a lot of weird configurations and settings. And I have to actually output to a monitor or a television in order for them to capture somewhat correctly. Right now I'm using the capture device that Westside helped me out with way back, I think it was last summer or the time before that. Huge shout out to Westside Mike for helping me out. Dude, you rock. This is only possible because you helped me. Every video I've put out since that capture device is the reason why I'm still here. So huge shout out to him. If you guys see him, give him a big old shout out. But the other capture devices that I have, the 4K MK60 Pros? Yeah, MK60 Pros. Like, I don't know. At first I thought it was like a hardware issue with my system. And then it ended up being like firmware issues with Elgato. And then after that, it went back to being my PC was the problem. But it's like a super like old build. It's like over 10 years old now, let's be honest. But yeah, I think I've almost got it figured out. I have to output everything, and there's like specific HDMI cables that you need, and I've worked a lot trying to like replace a lot of the cabling to do that. So like I might actually be able to do like a multi-stream with like multiple games, multiple consoles. That'd be kind of cool. But I got a little bit more tweaking to do on that before I can set something up like that. Now, I did also pre-order Pokopia, so I'm actually really interested to try to play that game. That one I might actually set up to like record, or maybe like stream if I do some streaming or whatnot. Like that would be fun to do with you guys. If like people from the community join me in Pokopia, I think you're gonna have up to like 4 players or whatnot. So it'd be kind of cool to be able to have everybody play at the same time and join each other's like Pokopia areas or whatnot. I don't really know much about the game, but it kind of looks like Cult of the Lamb or like Minecraft or mixture with like Cult of the Lamb. I just lost my train of thought. Animal Crossing. There we go. Kind of looks like Animal Crossing meets Minecraft meets kind of like Cult of the Lamb, but Pokemon. So I'm kind of interested to see how that game is. I still have tons of ZA stuff to do. I've got so much ZA footage that it's unreal. My personal copy, though, I'm almost done it. But the stream copy, I think I'm at the very beginning of the DLC still. I still have a lot to record for that. A lot to record. Oh, shoot. I'm still training Sparrow, level 11. I should have trained some of these others. I really should have. I'm not going to lie. When it comes to these old nostalgic games, like the older versions, like all these older games that would be on like a handheld Game Boy or whatever, I kind of want to crawl up in bed and just play it in the dark. I don't know about you guys, but in the original Pokemon Red, like I would have been 10 or 9 or 10 or 11-ish. Anywhere, somewhere in between. I think it was grade 6 Pokemon Red came out for me. And I can remember laying in bed, playing this game in the dark. And I can remember hearing all the audio, and I knew all the footsteps, and I knew, like, just where to go. Like, Rock Tunnel for me was not an issue when I was a kid. Like, I didn't even go get Flash. I just went through the tunnel. I could probably still do that here in this one, but I think it kind of cheats because it gives you the borders. So I don't really want to do that. I really want to find Pikachu. I think Pikachu is like what? Like 5% here? Is it 5% or is it less than that? I can't remember now. I'm probably going to end up with Sparrow. Through this whole playthrough of mine. My whole personal playthrough. This kind of stream, like I said, it's kind of random. It's kind of me just kind of giving my first interaction with this game in like, I don't know, 20 years. I probably won't stay on for like multiple hours, but I'll probably do it at least like until I beat Brock. Get the running shoes. And then I'll probably like go off and play it off on my own. Now, my question, are you guys going to shiny hunt the legendary Pokemon? Are you going to shiny hunt like Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres? Or are you going to like shiny hunt just Mewtwo? Like, I'm kind of curious. And if it is correct, where you get those tickets to go to get Deoxys or like Lugia or Ho-Oh, like, are you guys going to shiny hunt those Pokemon? Like, it's a 1 in 8,192 odds of actually finding those Pokemon shiny. Like, I don't know. I did Faraway Island Mew years ago. And I'll be honest with you, the odds are not that great. Now, if you know, like, RNG manipulation and stuff like that, I'm sure you guys can do it far quicker. But I don't really know that myself. I don't really know the RNG stuff. So far, no Pikachu. Is there no Pikachu in Viridian Forest? I'm pretty sure there is. I'm curious. I am going to have to look this up. I know Pikachu is in every Gen 1 game except for Yellow. So I'm kind of curious. Because I honestly don't remember. Pikachu, where are you? Catch. Yep, Viridian Forest. 5%. Level 3 to 5. Level 3 to 5, 5% chance. I feel like the odds are different. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the odds are worse than they're letting on the online sites, but I could be wrong. I certainly wouldn't want to try to get like 8,192 encounters to get Pikachu, but you can definitely get it in like the power plant at level, I think it said 30. Oh gosh, wasn't level 30. They're level 22 to 26, and it's 25%. Now, I'm using an iPhone app right now called Prodex. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it, but it's a great way to like keep track of like all your Pokemon you catch. And then it tells you like what levels they learn and everything, and like how to evolve them, and it tracks it across all the different generations, so like you can change all your settings and stuff. It's really cool. Now, if you look here, this is back before Pikachu had the heart tail for the female of Pikachu. So it kind of looks like a male Pikachu, but it's actually a female Pikachu. Nice. Yes. We got ourselves Pikachu. We're going to use that on our team here at some point. We got to swap that around. We're going to... I don't want to say we need Pikachu for Misty, but Pikachu is going to become a vital Pokemon on the team, I think. Now, I'm not necessarily ready to leave Viridian Forest just yet. I really want Charmander to be a higher level. Hey, wait up! What's the hurry? Why the rush? Hey, look at my shorts! They're super cool. Did you look at my shorts? All those youngsters, man. All the youngsters in this game are like, look at my shorts! I see your shorts. They're blue. Okay, level 12. I think it gets, what, Metal Claw here soon? Like level 13, maybe? Is it 13 or 14? I think it's 13. I could be wrong. Metapod. I've got a Caterpie. I'd rather keep Caterpie because if I evolve it to Metapod, then I can at least keep Tackle. It's a very early Metapod. You don't get Metapod till like level 7. Again, we're just kind of grinding a little bit here. I can't foresee me keeping any of the Pokemon on my current team except for Spearow. Usually I'll keep like Pidgey because I really like Pidgeot. But the fact that we got a Jolly Spearow is pretty cool. I know natures right now don't really matter a whole lot, but I mean, we're not really training our Pokemon, but we're definitely trying to match them up accordingly. Now, I know that some moves in this game are special attacking, some of them are physical attacking, and they're reversed from what you would think they are. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I don't think this game actually tells you what they are. Now that I think about it. No. It does not actually tell you in this game if they're special or physical. So that's cool. Now, obviously, Scratch is physical, Ember is special, but there are some that are reversed. Like, I think Gengar and Shadow Ball. I think Shadow Ball is a physical move in this generation versus how it's normally, like, special attacking. So that's kind of a different move you got to kind of look into. I really want my Charmeleon. Now, normally what I would have done, I would normally wait until all my Pokemon were level 10 before I ventured on. But I felt for like sitting here and talking to you guys, I feel like you guys don't want to sit and watch me grind for like hours on end. But I figured I'd just move on. But I think level 15 Charmander will try to go on forward. Yeah, level 13 was Metal Claw. Now, Metal Claw, again, I'm modest, so like the Metal Claw isn't going to really do much damage. right now I'm just enjoying being able to play the game. I mean, playing it on like the original hardware is good and all. I've got it, like I've showed you guys. But being able to see it on a screen or a TV is like really cool. The consolizer works very well to be able to play your cartridges, but certain HDMI devices won't pick up the audio, so you'd have to use like a line-in cable and that kind of thing. So that one's a little bit different, and I know the Analog Pocket works very well, but the thing about using that as the handheld, it kind of puts like weird borders around it. Like, I don't have it here in front of me. Do I? No. Okay. It makes it widescreen, but the screen is square to like mimic that of like the original Game Boy. It's personal preference, I guess, but is there an item here? You might be standing on it, actually. Yeah, I can't believe that I actually forgot to hit go live. I had played for like half an hour. Like I've been sitting here for an hour and 20 minutes playing this. Which also is kind of funny because I should probably save. Oh, it's about an hour and 7. That's fine. Oh, I did some soft resets. That's why. I soft resetted for modest. Now to soft reset, you press A, B, Y, and X at the same time in that order, and the game will actually refresh. So like shiny hunting in this game is going to be super, super chill for software refreshes. You won't have to go to like the home screen and back in. The only thing I wish that they maybe have done is maybe like put a border around the game, so that way there's like not these like weird black bars on the side. I've also noticed that down at the bottom there's also like a black line. Like, you're telling me with all this like screen space you guys couldn't like expand it a little bit more, you know? Oh well, it's okay. The only thing I would probably suggest is like don't play this on like an OLED Switch. And I'm going to tell you why here. If you play this on the OLED, your OLED is capable of screen burns. So if everything else is lit up and you have black bars on all the sides of your console screen, your chances are you're going to burn the screen in. So that's the only concern I have with the OLED. That's why I was kind of hoping that they would put like, I don't know, maybe stretch it a little bit or like add some sort of like motion, you know, like kind of like how they did with the GameCube or like Pokemon Stadium or something, you know what I mean? But your other Switches should be fine. I can't see you burning those screens. I've had consoles running for days and they don't get any kind of burn-ins, but they're the version 1 and version 2 of the original Switches. So those are a little bit different screens. But the OLEDs, I wouldn't want to risk it personally. Unless it's docked, then that's a different story, obviously. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get Charmander up here a couple of levels. Because we are going to go and see if we can actually battle Brock. I know it's no fun watching me like take down Weedles with like Ember here, but that's really the only way you're going to train in this generation. Unless you have like trainers to battle, this is the only way. Now the other thing, I've been watching a lot of like support like channels for like YouTube and stuff like that, like teaching you like how to do different things and editing and storytelling and all sorts of stuff like that. And one thing I needed to learn, or I need to learn, is that not everything has to be perfect. Like, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to my content and my editing and my uploading and stuff like that. And I don't put anything up unless I'm okay with it. Like, unless it, is exactly how I want it, it doesn't go up. The fact that I kept the stream going where I was at my point in starting the stream, I think that's a pretty big thing, because normally I wouldn't have done that. Normally I would have just erased everything and started fresh, quite frankly. But I've got it all in one main recording. I'm going to re-upload it with like a couple of little like snippets here and there, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. That's for sure. But yeah, I needed to learn I don't have to wait for things to be perfect. And if I wait for a certain skill to get there, I'm never going to do my uploads. I'm never going to do my recordings or my streams, for a matter of fact. Like, I just have to like push myself to go out there and do what it is that I want to do and not worry about what could go wrong with those uploads and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not very good at storytelling. I'm going to be honest with you. I suck at storytelling. Unless I have like, ooh, Kakuna. Unless I have like a very nostalgic kind of story, I find it really hard to talk about certain things sometimes. And I know that sounds funny considering I've been doing this since like 2007 with YouTube and stuff like that. But it's true. I'm really not that great at telling stories. Hey, it's another Pikachu. It's another female Pikachu. Usually I don't have this kind of luck. Ooh, yeah, you can see my physical attack is not that great. And it has static, so now I'm paralyzed. So guys, don't Metal Claw Pikachu. I forgot that abilities are in this. I know that sounds weird. I actually forgot that abilities were in this. I'm thinking Gen 1, Gen 1. You know what I mean? But like with like, I don't know. I'm goofing up all over the place. I'm going to save this so that way I don't lose what I'm doing. Gonna keep going here. I'm gonna try to see if we can get Charmeleon, and then we'll go take on Brock. No more PP left. Ugh. Whatever will we do? Experience points. We are slowly leveling up. Now I could technically go heal. Oh, this isn't going to actually work very well. Yeah, this thing's just going to harden. Let me swap to Sparrow, see if I can do a peck maybe. Oh, we have like one peck. That's kind of lucky. We're gonna actually have to go to Pewter City and heal up. I'm gonna have a very difficult time training Charmander if I don't heal. Now, what do you guys think of Pokemon Champions? I was reading that apparently you can effort value your Pokemon in Pokemon Champions, but the minute the Pokemon goes back to Pokemon Home, it loses the effort values and the state of stat adjustments as soon as it hits home. Like that information stays in Champions. Apparently it won't actually modify the Pokemon itself, which I think is kind of odd. And I also don't know how I feel about battle passes and microtransactions. To me, if you're going to do like a battle system where people are going to battle their Pokemon and do it competitively, like for worlds and stuff, I feel like you gotta have it in like an actual game, like how they've done it in the past. Like leaving Scarlet and Violet for Wi-Fi battles this year is probably a terrible idea. But I get the fact that they're trying to market the microtransaction battle pass situation with Pokemon Champions. Now, don't get me wrong, the game looks amazing. Like, the graphics and everything has got me really psyched up for that. But at the same time, I don't want to have another subscription for something. Like, I'm already, like we've got a subscription to Home. We got a subscription to the Live. And then, of course, if you have to do the Battle Pass and everything, that's another thing. And if you do, like, Pokemon Unite, then you got the licenses you got to worry about. And it's like, I don't know, guys. Like, that just seems like a lot of subscriptions to me. Especially if you're, like, a true Pokemaniac like me. Like, I don't know. It's going to get too costly at some point. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep going with that. Like, Pokemon Masters EX has microtransactions. I'm pretty sure Pokemon Cafe does. I could be wrong. Pokemon Go definitely does. Like, I don't know. It's just so much transactions. I know they want the money. I get that. I'm not against them getting paid for stuff. But as a normal consumer in this day and age where everything online is a subscription, it's a lot. Like, it's just too much, you know? Okay. Come on! We want that Charmeleon. I might be able to go get it against the gym trainers. And I think I'll probably stop after Brock. Okay, level 15. One more level, we will get ourselves Charmeleon. I think I'm going to go up and do that against the gym trainers. We're going to heal up here a little bit. We're going to obviously also have to heal up after we take on the gym trainers. But the good thing is they don't have any kind of like real ground type moves. They got things like Sand Attack and whatnot, but Tackle. I think they just got Tackle if there's any Geodudes. I can't see them having rock throw at this point. Okay. Oh, there's only one gym trainer. I thought there was two. Stop right there, kid. You're 10,000 light years from facing Brock. Only 10,000, eh? Okay, Geodude, level 10. Let's go with the Ember. Nice, critical hit. And we did not get any kind of a burn. As you can see, this is the reason why I wanted the Modest Charmander. I would have still done this in the original, like, red and blue, too, but... Sandshrew! I just really wanted to get that experience. Scratch. As you can see, we're chilling, we're hanging out. Good job, Charmander. Now I can actually go train you up the rest of the way, 16. And this is what I do in every Kanto game. If I have Charmander, which is like 99.9% of the time, I don't know where I got those statistics, but that's what it feels like. I will get Charmander ready to battle, and if not, I will go and get Charmeleon. Okay, 29. We are very close. Very, very close. Almost. Like I said, level 16 is where it's at. And I'll be honest, guys, once we finish up with Brock and I get the running shoes, I will probably turn the stream off. But I will upload the recording, the full recording, because I don't think the stream will be in it. The first like half an hour will be in the stream. But that way you guys can actually see like how I'm, you know, my thought process is, kind of like little updates here and there, kind of, you know, what's been going on. It's about an hour and a half, let's be honest. It's been about an hour and a half. But I want to be able to sit and just enjoy this game for myself. These games mean so much to me. Like when I watch the Pokemon Day announcements, like I'm usually like emotional, in tears kind of thing, right? So I'm really excited to be able to just sit down and play this game. But I wanted to be able to share this with you. Like I wanted to be able to share my experience with this game, coming back to it after 20 years. Because honestly, this game feels really good. Even on the Switch. Like the Switch actually feels better than playing it on the actual original hardware. It just glides more. It just feels different. But it's still the same kind of nostalgia, right? And it doesn't really feel like, you know, playing on an emulator. A lot of those emulators you can cheat and do a lot of things with. It's on my Switch too. I can't do any cheating with this. Like it's gonna be 100% straight through. You gotta level your stuff up. And that's super exciting. Okay, let's take on Brock here. So you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard and have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. You're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. Okay, let's go. Decent hit, no burn. This is why we don't go with any kind of physical moves with Brock. His Pokemon are all of the defensive values. I'm really concerned about Onix, because Onix can go either way sometimes. You just never know what Onix is going to do. I think in this game he gets Rock Tomb, which kind of rivals Roxanne's Nose Pass. So it'll be interesting to see if I can actually survive that Rock Tomb or not. I'm... Ugh. Oh, yeah. I missed the first Rock Tomb. That's good. I should Growl. He missed the second. That is baller. I'm really hoping to get like a burn on him here. Nice. Drops my speed though. Let's go for the Ember. He goes for the Bind. He misses. Nice. Not very effective. Almost. Done. That's how you do it, boys. All right, Charmeleon has just took out Brock. I took you for granted, and so I lost. As proof of your victory, I confer on you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. Corey received the Boulder Badge from Brock. I always go for Charmander, and I always have Charmeleon afterwards. It also enables you to use the move Flash outside of a battle. Of course, a Pokemon must know the move Flash to use it. Now remember, HMs in this game cannot be deleted. Well, that's not true. You have to find the move deleter. In the original games, you couldn't delete HMs. But in these ones, you can. You got to find the move deleter. But if a Pokemon has an HM, and you learn a new move, or you try to teach it a TM, which is only one-time use in this game, you can't overwrite the HM. You actually have to go find the move deleter to delete the HM. Oh, hit the wrong button. TM39. That should be the Rock Tomb, I think. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's go get our running shoes. You know what? Okay, so funny story. Look at this person here. When they look the opposite way, the bow that's holding their hair looks like a face. Am I the only one that's seen that, like, growing up? Am I the only one that's seen that person have a face? I don't know. That's just me. I could be weird. I clicked the wrong button. I thought he was the... This is going to be interesting for me to play this because I think I've forgotten quite a few of the updates in this. I feel like that trainer was there before too, and I kind of forgot. But should get running shoes. Yep, from the aid. Oh, Corey. I'm glad I caught up to you. I'm Professor Oak's aide. I've been asked to deliver this, so here you go. Corey received the running shoes from the aide. Okay, you have to hold the B button in order to run. See if you just walk around. Oh, dear Corey, here's a pair of running shoes from my beloved, for my beloved challenger. Remember, I'll always cheer for you. Don't ever give up. From Mom. So if you just walk around, no running shoes. If you press B, still no running shoes, but if you hold B, you can run. Old school. Okay. This is where I am going to stop the stream there, guys. I just, again, wanted to share my first part of this game with you guys. I am going to take this offline, go play it, and try to complete the decks with it. I will update you guys in a post if I find out you can get to Naval Rock after the Hall of Fame, but I'm just going to marathon this game for a little while, see how far I get, and just enjoy it, because let's be honest, Gen 1 is one of the best generations, and all you Hoenn fans out there, I'm not sorry for saying it. Stir the pot a little bit. All right. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.